JP watched the entire game. So
I watched it casually, though.
Yeah.
Until the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, I paid attention, but
what was the biggest lead for Toronto in the second half?
I don't know. I'd probably guess around 12.
10 or 12? Okay.
Well, how many assists did Golden State have? What struck me when I was watching it is the ball wasn't flowing like it usually does with Golden State. And I know Draymond had 10 assists.
They had 29 as a team.
That's still pretty good.
But they had 16 turnovers.
That's uncharacteristic.
And Toronto only had 10. So one reason why Toronto won the game, and they won by 9, is because they limited Golden State's fast break potential and production. They only allowed 17 points in transition for Golden State, which is lower than they usually get. And also, Van Fleet, I know it sounds like I'm saying Van Fleet with an F. It's Van Vliet with a V. It's hard to say when you say it fast. But he guarded Curry for 30 possessions, and Curry had 2 points in those 30 possessions. Now, Curry's overall numbers were pretty good. He had 34, 14 of those from the line, but he only hit 8 buckets, and he didn't go nuts from 3. So very impressive win for Toronto in Game 1. And Eric said it's going to be a close series,
too.
And it might be.
Kawhi didn't put up big numbers. Like
he had a down game.
You'd believe that if Toronto wins, it's because Kawhi and Pascal Siakam had an amazing game. Yeah. I think he ended up 13 for 15, something like that.
14 for 17 for Siakam.
That guy's turning into
he's a superstar.
And he was drafted late in the first round. I think he was the 27th pick
New Mexico
in his draft.
State. Yep.
I mean, you usually don't get a guy that makes that sort of impact at the end of the first round. So credit the Raptors and Ujiri for finding that guy. And he's developed, obviously.
So we'll see what happens in Game 2. Game 2 is Sunday night. When are they scheduled to play Game 3? Can you look that up for me, Cakes?
Sure.
But if they lose Sunday night and they're down 2,
well, then it's a real series.
Well, it's absolutely a real series. But then I think that they're going to do everything in their power to get KD ready.
Game 3 is Wednesday, June 5th.
There's just so much time.
9 p.m.
So he'll have an extra couple days.
Yep.
They milk the NBA Finals.
Wednesday and Friday from Golden State.
So let's see what happens.
But if Golden State wins, your thoughts are, okay,
Probably.
Here we go. They're going to win 2 at home, 3 games to 1.
Probably.
Maybe Toronto wins when it comes back to Toronto to make it 3-2, but they close this out in 6.
Yep. I mean, I'd like to see
That's
a
what
long
I
series.
suspect right now.
I would like to see 7 games. I would love to see that.
All 3 guys on the ESPN panel before the game, Paul Pierce, Jalen Rose, and Chauncey Billups, all picked the Raptors to win.
Did they really?
Before the series.
Now, Pierce has been
to win
really
Game 1
off.
or the series?
No, to win the series.
Oh, wow.
Pierce has been really off, though, throughout. Remember, he said that the Celtics-Bucks series was over after the Celtics won Game 1. And then I know some people, I just know Pierce has been terrible.
If Pierce picked the Raptors, why was the crowd chanting at him that Paul Pierce sucks before the game started last night? What did that stem from? AWOD, you know?
I don't.
With the Wizards.
Oh, because he went in and swept them.
He went in and swept them and said he owns Toronto.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, do you know every single respectable analytics person that I follow that does gambling stuff?
Yeah.
Says that Toronto is the better team.
Really?
Every single person.
You know what? Should have jumped in on that tasty Toronto price yesterday.
They said at plus 250, at plus 275. He says it's the biggest steal in the world.
Wow.
I kind of felt that way. I just don't have the balls.
Yeah. I didn't bet the series. I just took the Warriors plus 1.5 last night. Obviously lost.
They said the efficiency margins between their offense and defense for the entire playoffs have been off the charts. It's basically like what Virginia was heading into the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, I would welcome that. I will say, as an NBA mark, an NBA fan, and I did watch the fourth quarter, I don't have the same passion for it, and it's probably because LeBron's not in it. I haven't had really anybody to root for in the last several NBA finals, but I always rooted against LeBron. In this one, I'm not rooting for or against. I mean, maybe I'm pulling for Toronto. I don't know.
You tend to pull for underdogs, so I think you will end up pulling for the Raptors. You're an underdog guy.
Yeah, although I kind of like the storyline because I used to be a huge KD guy. I kind of like the storyline of Golden State winning without him.
Well, think about this.
He's become a villain. Now, if he comes back and they win, he's going to get all the credit.
I don't see a scenario where he doesn't come back in this series. I really don't. I think he's close. He's traveling with them. I think he's coming back.
I think so too. So think about this. This is stat geeky, all right, metric geeky. But the Raptors in the playoffs have posted a 102.9 defensive rating over their 19 games in the playoffs. That's full 2 points per 100 possessions better than the NBA's top-ranked defense, which I think was Milwaukee. I could be wrong on that. You'd have to look that up. But anyway, that's 2 points per 100 possessions better than the NBA's best during the regular season. That's how good they've been defensively against good teams, by the way, in the playoffs.
Well, Green, I've seen people say that Green is actually a better defender than Kawhi, and Kawhi
is really good.
Somebody who's regarded as one of the best defenders in the game. So they have two really good perimeter guys right there. They have Ibaka, who's a great shot blocker.
Hey, Valdez,
I think Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year a couple years ago.
Valdez, can you look up the live price on the series bet now?
Yeah, I can look it up.
Look that up for me.
I would bet you that Golden State is still favored too.
Yeah, but obviously not as heavy.
Right.
You know, they might be minus 170 or something like that, or maybe 2-1, but not 3-1.